The SPA method.
Spiritual
Physical
and
attitude.
We created the SPA method as the ultimate self-care for older women every single day.
Because, being older is not easy. And this is a recipe that we created. Spiritual, physical, attitude. And if you join it all together, it's so much easier to get through the day and have pointers that you can refer to during the day to keep reminding yourself and strengthening yourself as like 1, 2, 3, you got it. S is for spirituality, and at 63, spirituality is so important. It's my narrative, and I have to watch my narrative at 63 because things are so different from how they were when I was younger. The narrative that I'm fine, the narrative that I am whole, and what I say inside of my head, that's who I become. That's what happens. I think that it's necessary to be positive. And I shape my spirituality by what I tell myself. And if it's hard for me, I'm able to look at something that's present and be grateful for that. Gratitude is so important. There's so many things that I could tell myself, this is not right or that's not right, but I tell myself, no, it's all beautiful. It's all perfect. Because if anything, I'm going to get a lesson from it. And the lesson may not be easy to take, it may not be easy to hear, but in the end, I'm the winner, so I'm the lucky one. What do you think, Dee Dee? What's your S?
My S for spirituality stands pretty much for everything about me at this point in my life at 62, because I've learned that I am a spirit.
Right.
The first thing I do when I wake up is thank God. The first thing I do is read the Word of God, or something that's going to motivate my spirit, something that I can share with my children, a word that I can text out to them that has motivated me and given me inspiration for the day.
And me, you text me too.
I do. I text everybody that I think this word is going to help you for today. So the word for today is very important to me. I believe in going to God before people. If I have an issue, concern, a fear, just a problem up ahead of me that I have to face, or a sadness, a thank you, a gratitude, I take it all to God. It's like referring back to your manual, your maker's manual. I have to go to God, and I've taught my children that I don't have all the answers, but I believe you have to take time when you ask, when you talk, when you give thanks to God. Be quiet and be still during the day so you can hear back from God, because God will answer you. God will show you. I believe in signs. I look at everything, and I just know when God is speaking to me, and I just walk through my life in spirit. And I work really hard on keeping that spirit uplifted. And the body and the way I look and the physical way that people see me, it's all just a shell for this earth. But I am spirit. I will remain spirit. I came from spirit. I'll return to spirit. I'll return to God. So it's just important for me not to forget that, because when you're younger, you just think you're invincible.
Yeah.
And now I know, as the body starts to ache and fail in certain ways, my spirit is always I can always rejuvenate my spirit.
At this age, it can be really difficult to recenter yourself. And things that I find that help me is that I really don't take myself very seriously. I'm not looking for complete perfection. I mean, my nail polish just came off. I'm okay with it. And Anna Wintour is not coming to ask me to be on the cover of Vogue, and I'm okay. Now, if she did, I would be polished up to the nines, but she's not. So, you let things go, and not like the big things go. I mean, your mortgage or your car payment, but you let the small things go. I mean, life happens, and, I know from when I was in my 20s and everything was totally about perfection that it didn't get me anywhere. What gets me where I need to be is my heart, my head. And so let some things go. I mean, if things don't fit perfectly or things aren't lining up perfectly, you have a little leeway with yourself.
I have a lot of leeway with yourself.
Yeah, forgive yourself.
I have a lot of leeway with
because
yourself.
things are changing, and they're still good. They're still really good. They're just different.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
What do you say, Dee Dee?
Yeah, I just went through an experience recently where I was confronted by my youngest child, and she was like, "You're not the same as you were when you were raising us, Mommy. You're different."
Hallelujah.
And I said, "I'm Darlene now," and I had to find me because I poured so much blood, sweat, and tears into raising my children, and I'm so proud of them. But I have to learn how to wean myself off of them, just like they had to learn how to wean themselves off of me. And I have to be gentler with myself. When I'm tired, I have to lay down.
Right.
When when I'm overthinking, I have to calm myself. And when I feel like I can just drink a lot of wine, I have to check myself and go,
is there any more? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
This one here. You know what? Get me some wine. I do. I have to. Some things I have to tone down, but I have to learn how not to be so hard on myself.
Right.
Partly because I'm a Virgo, okay? And I'm my own worst critic. But I've never felt like a perfectionist, and I am really just like bawdy and kind of wild child, and I'm still a hippie. I'm a hippie in heels, and I just really am just good with me. I'm good with me. I'm good with my all of me, with my showgirl, with my spirituality, with me being a prayer warrior, with you and others who call me for prayer, who love on babies and children, who will encourage a stranger on the street for however long it takes to make them feel better. But I really have to understand that I'm leaving an impression, but I'm not self-conscious about the impression that I make. I just want it to be good. And I tell people all the time when they talk about the way I look, I think that what's in my heart shows up on my outer self, on my face.
And I think that's for everybody. I think that's for everybody.
It is. And it's like you have to get right with your spirit so that your spirit will be, one that's good and one that may be able to rescue someone in their time of need, or just be the voice of reason, or just listen and be that good thing that they need at that moment. And I just want to serve in that way while I'm here. The P in the SPA method is for the physical health and the changes that I've gone through at this age. And one thing, it was my vision started to fail me. I seriously thought I was going blind at one point. My vision was so blurry that it scared me. And what I had not been doing was seeing an ophthalmologist. I was going to the optometrist. I was wearing readers. I got prescription glasses. I finally went to an ophthalmologist for my eye health and found out that I had cataracts. I had cataract surgery, and it's where they surgically put lenses over your eyes to restore your vision. That was like something I thought only old people do. Ta-da! I got cataract surgery last year. But I do recommend that you not only check for your vision to get glasses and see where your vision is, go and check on your eye health, your actual eye. Another thing, of course, that I've spoken about, been in magazines about, is arthritis and my joint health that has failed me. And I've had to keep track of the degeneration of my bones. So I have an orthopedic surgeon. I've had a knee replacement. I've had a hip replacement, and I'm trying to avoid having any more replacements. But I feel like You know, with hips and knees, maybe it's like tires on the car. You can't just get one side and not the other. I've had the adjustments to keep me balanced, but fact of the matter is, I've been told recently that I'm probably going to be a candidate for hip surgery. I've already been approved for the other side. So you come and be with me, Kelly. It's very horrible. It's really hard, and it's not as bad as knee replacement, but hip. It's you know, it is what it is. My bones have degenerated over the years, and this one here is trying to break me down to wear flats. I won't do it. I wear sneakers most of the time during the week.
That's good.
I got cute sneakers. I got cute sneakers.
That's good.
I have Adidas. I have Nikes. I have Dolce & Gabbana. I have sneakers, and that's good. But I still like a little bit of heel, and I'm kind of just like leaning, lowering. Yeah, it's easy now. And in the summer, I'll wear flat sandals. That'll be fine. But I've worn high heels since I was 17 years old, and it is hard to get away from them. The other thing is my digestive system. I just recently had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy where they stick cameras
in and out, up and down. They meet in the middle.
I just say put it in my mouth first. If I'm asleep, don't be trying to, don't go up there that way, this way. You got to start here and then down there. Anyway. But my digestive system feels a lot better now that I've had the colonoscopy. You can't eat everything. And I don't eat the foods that I used to eat. I can't digest a lot of beef and meat and things. And I eat a lot of vegetables, and I like fruits. I can't wait till summertime because I can live on fruit.
Fruits and vegetables, yeah. Dee and I were talking about too that, look at it and say, is it worth it? Is it worth it? A piece of cake, is it worth it? A piece of beef, is it worth it? Is it really going to be that delicious where you're going to have to have the hangover from it later?
It's not comfortable. And I've changed my portion sizes, and instead of putting food on my plate as I want it, I'll eat a little bit, right, and then I'll get a little bit more if I want a little bit more, and I leave it there because I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be bloated, so I want to be comfortable. So I have had to change these habits just to, to adjust to my body changing. I can't carry it. Right? I can't carry it. And I drink tons of water.
And I'm finding, I'm a lot more superficial than Dee Dee. And what I found is a couple of things that physically really changed as I got older. One was my boob size. And I found that, for a long time I thought I was one size, and then I went to Nordstrom's and got a bra fitting. Yeah. And found out it was a total different thing. So now my bras are comfortable, and even like foundation pieces, Spanx, and all those things, because my body's not the same. No. And it's not that I'm so jiggly.
I think some of it's body fat. But you know what?
Just don't digest.
You don't have to wear a bra. You don't.
No, you don't have to wear a bra. If I didn't wear a bra, as I walked, I would kick my boobs. If I didn't have on a bra, my boobs would hang on either side of the couch. They'd be like here and here. That's me.
You're
not
a low rider.
I'm a low rider. And a new thing that I found are the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I'm like a billy goat sometimes. So, sometimes.
You're good today.
I'm good today. So I shave. Sometimes I shave my entire face. I have to have a tweezer around, And do you ever sit in the car? I'm sure so many of us do this. Sit in the car, find a chin, and you're at a light, and you just sit there and pick it.
I will not confess.
and pick it. We have hairs on the chin, and then the white hairs on the eyebrows. And I don't see them all the time, but you get in a certain light, and then there are all these white hairs. And what I found that's really good for it is the Just for Men beard dye. Just mix a little of this, a little of that, put it on 5 minutes. It's gone. And then another thing too is that, your face changes, and sometimes, we're doing the same makeup and the same colors and the same everything that we did when we were up. You gotta change. So what I'm a makeup artist. So what I suggest is you go to Sephora, Blue Mercury, a makeup counter. Find someone that looks right to you.
Mm-hmm.
Ask them to do a makeover for you and tell them, okay, I'm willing to spend 5 minutes a day. I'm willing to do this much, and have them give you a makeover. You do the makeover and videotape it with your camera.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't afford all the products, tip them 5, 10, whatever you can afford, tip them. And since you have the colors, you have the look, and bring them a look, bring them a picture that you want, and then go and get the products, either from the drugstore, buy it from them, but you need to upgrade and update your look. There's no way that, us as 60-year-old women are going to do the cut crease, or the sparkly eyes. I mean,
or the big, thick lashes.
Yeah,
No offense to some of the women of a certain age who still do that, but I just am like, I don't even know how you see.
There's a certain look
like windshield wipers.
that is appropriate, and it's not the same look we're going to find on Instagram or on TikTok. We have to kind of adjust it for what's right, and we know what we like. But like I said, find a picture, find something that you like, and then take it and get it done. And keep going until you find it right. I mean...
Yeah. I had to think about them when you said that word appropriate, because I don't want to judge, because I'm not like, we had this conversation earlier. I'm not on the 1980s dress for success thing.
Right.
You have to do what feels good, but you don't want to look like a circus clown.
Exactly.
You honestly
don't look like a caricature.
You don't want to look like a caricature of yourself, because you have beautiful features. You can enhance the good, cover the rest, and you can ask us too. We'll tell you what we do.
Yeah, that's true.
And we'll show you what we do.
And hair, makeup.
Yeah. I did her hair. We do each other's face.
Yeah. And share,
share.
And share with your friends.
Share with anybody, a stranger, anybody.
It's true.
Yeah.
8 is for attitude. I tell my sons, I tell young people, you are the hope and the dream of the slave. We have so much that has come before us to set us up for how we are now. And so much has been poured into us, so much has been sacrificed so that we could be where we are now. And I think it's really important, it's imperative that we grasp the love that has gone in before us to make us who we are now. As Black women in America, we're in the 2023s and 2020s, but then you look at the women that our parents, my mother that was in the 1960s, the 1950s, and so much has been done so that we could have the life that we have now. Use what we have. I have china that my father got for me when he was in the Korean War. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it and love what I have, because it wasn't as though it just came. It was all worked for and given to us. And I think about the mothers, the single mothers, the single grandmothers that are raising their children. The strength that they got is because the attitude they have, that they will accomplish and do things and raise these children, because it has been generation after generation poured into them. There's nothing we can't do as Black women. I mean, there are things that are limiting us, but that's not us. What we can accomplish, we will do. And I would never want to be anything else in my life besides a Black woman. It's a gift. It's a gift. Yeah. What do you say?
And I think when you say attitude, Black women were the originators of the word, that where it was used in so many of the word attitude. You have an attitude. And then I thought, long time ago, I thought everybody has an attitude. But then as I've grown older and I've watched and I look at the comments on social media that we'll get, and I'm like, why are these people so mean? Why do they have this this attitude, and I've learned that a lot of things that people feel and say, they aren't about, you know, where they're projected. It's about them. And you know, I know that I've been viewed and observed and seen and been on I've been on a reality show, and people were writing comments about me, and they were like, oh, she's this and that. They don't know me. So I know attitude, a lot of it generates from your circumstances. And I know when I had not much with my children, the thing that got me through was the village that I created, the people around me that poured into me. Then I believe in creating villages. And even as older women, we need to be able to create villages. If you are a grandparent who's raising a child, and I've spoken to so many grandparents raising children, grandparents who told me that no one ever said I love you. Mm-hmm. No one ever told them I love you. When the first thing in my book is say, tell your children I love you every day. You know, you don't know what people are going through.
It's true. And you know, sometimes it's like you think, okay, I have to do this, or I've got to do this. Sometimes just think, I get to do this. I get to raise my grandchildren. I get to pour into them.
That comes later, though.
But I'm just saying, everything could be, I get to do it as opposed to I have to do it.
Yeah,
and
right.
That kind of turns
your
attitude
your thinking about
into an attitude of gratitude.
Kimmy. It's hard, and especially when you don't have the resources to do it. It is fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It's hard, and it's depressing, and it's debilitating, and you cry yourself to sleep at night. You don't know where you're gonna get these resources from. You wonder why. You ask why. You ask why. You have to stop asking why and just deal with what the circumstances that you've come upon. I was in a shelter for women that were, victims of domestic violence. And I remember when I got there, those women turned against me. You were saying,
I get to be here?
No. Those women did not like me. They did not speak to me. They had an attitude. They thought I had an attitude. They outed me, and they wouldn't talk to me. And I was with my 3 little girls, and it was painful to be there. And I finally approached one of them, and I found out she couldn't even read. And I'd come from the big city, but I told her, I said, you know what? We may be different from different places, but right now we're in the same boat.
Right.
And I was like, let me give y'all makeovers, because that's what I knew how to do.
Right.
And I did their hair, and we bonded on that. And we became good friends, and we supported one another on that. Find the things you have in common with people, instead of thinking that you're judging and looking from the outside. Find the things we have in common, and we all have something in common. Yeah. And just go easy, let things go, and just bring more love into your heart.
Yeah. My favorite thing about Dee Dee's attitude is her love of and acceptance of herself. That she loves herself, not to the point where she celebrates herself. And her light shines on me. She's lit from within, and she's proud and loving enough to share who she is from the inside and let it shine out to the outside and just land on me. It's like a light that helps me grow. It's like sunlight. You're like sunlight that makes me grow. You are such a gift to me.
Sweet.
I love you so much.
I love you too. I tell you every day I love you. I do.
She does.
I love my people.
And
Kimmy became my people like that.
Yeah.
Like Sherman, my best friend, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, everything. My favorite thing about Kimmy's attitude is her lifting and her sunshine all the time. And I know the things she's going through. I know what she's gone through, what she's overcome, but she's always like, I always call her private school girl, because she always brings that properness back to my thug life, you know what I'm saying? And I love that. We balance each other out, And we're always agreeing on the positive. We're always in agreement on the goodness of life. And we're always so grateful together, even for finding one another. We're just grateful. We're grateful for every single thing. And I think I say all the time, if you stop to count your blessings, from your eyesight to the ability to walk, to your able to breathe and get up, to your ability just to hear what I'm saying, you'll never stop counting your blessings. And we are so grateful for each other's friendships. Our attitudes are never down for more than a millisecond, I swear, because we bring each other up, and we are each other's village. We become a part of each other's village, and it's so important at this age to have more than just your spouse or your children or even the people you've known forever, but to have someone.
We know, I think that we know at this point in our lives, 63, 62, that our foundation is love. And just plain love. Untainted, undeniable love. That's not from us, but that we can channel from above and try to make it as pure as possible.
We have fun.
We
have fun. Everything we do is fun.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
My best friend.
That's my best friend.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. She's a warm-hearted person who loves me to end. She's my best friend. La da 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 da. Now, if you're watching this, you know where that's from. The Courtship of Eddie's Father, 1967.
We're old.
Hello,
Yeah.
So I think with Dee Dee and I, everything is based down. I mean, if you took it down, level, it'd be love. I love Dee Dee. Dee Dee loves me, but it's like the purest love that we could find, because everything
It's
else
necessary.
Yeah.
That's what we started with. The spa method.
Right.
The spiritual, the physical health, the attitude.
Yeah.
That's what encompasses for us everyday self-love. And you have to give yourself these things so that you can find love and attract love and give love and be your best.
Yeah.
And live the rest of your life
And your
to make it
truth.
the best
Yeah,
of your
and
life.
then your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, then your truth.
Yeah.
And that is wellness for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Remember, spiritually, physically, and
Attitude is everything.
that'll take you there. And we really hope, this is our hope for you, our gift that we're trying to give to you, to help you through it.
And everybody loves spa.
Everybody loves spa.